guys, this is Blake here. I'm going to be reviewing Shark Night. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is that some movies have different standards depending on their genre. Now, with slashers, for example, you could be a really stupid slasher movie, but as long as you have slasher elements like gore and nudity, I'll be okay with it. And if it doesn't have that, but they have a good reason for it, I'll be okay with it too. So, for example, Prom Night, the remake. Piece of crap movie because it's just as dumb as a slasher film, but then it has no violence or nudity. It has all the bad about that, but then none of the good. But then you could take a movie like Cry Wolf. That was the first PG-13 slasher, I believe. But it turned out not to really be a slasher. It was a thriller. So I was okay with that. Shark Night suffers because it was written as if they were planning to make it a really gory, sleazy, Piranha 3D-esque exploitation film. So it has all that stupidity that you'd expect from that type of movie. I mean, they never explain how the heck the bad guys capture all of these sharks and get them into the lake, and yet nobody ever notices that they're in the lake without being killed. But then you have to wonder, how come nobody has noticed that all of these people are vanishing around this area? It never even brings up that. They kind of explain why a shark would be in a lake, so that was okay. They never explain, I felt, the more important stuff. And other things like, the sharks acting unnaturally aggressive, I don't care about. I'm fine with that. But, so it has all those stupid plot holes, but then they cut out the gore, and I don't know if there was any nudity to begin with, but a lot of people do get topless in this movie, you just never see it, so I presume there was initially some nudity. But it's too obvious that the kills had to have been cut down, because sometimes they'll just end abruptly. It's really distracting and really awkward, so that was a shame, but I also still kind of liked it. I think that if they went for a thriller route, it would have been better, because you don't have to make a rated R shark movie. Just make it marginally intelligent, make it edgy, build up the suspense a lot, and you could just get around. I mean, Jaws, for example, that wasn't that gory of a movie, even though it was probably, people look at it now as being gorier than what it was, because really it was a PG-13 movie, even though it was rated PG technically. But they could have done that, and I think it would have been much better. So the end result is that exploitation fans are not going to be too happy with it because it's just not gory or there's no nudity. Even though I will say it's pretty gory for a PG-13 movie. It should have been gorier, like hardcore R. But at the same time, it's too silly and stupid to really be taken seriously, because there actually is some stuff that would have worked if they decided to make it serious. Because there is some suspense, but mostly the characters are surprisingly well written. You don't see that very often in these types of movies. The stereotypes, they begin as stereotypes, but then they grow into, actual human beings. You don't see that often. So it's not like it's a complete waste there either. But unfortunately, it's just too silly to be taken seriously, and it's not grotesque enough to be taken as an exploitation film. That is why most people are pretty much unenthusiastic about this movie, if they don't downright hate it. But as a shark movie, I enjoyed it. It has a lot of good shark attacks, or at least builds up to shark attacks. And I thought the sharks looked great. The CGI is phenomenal. It blends in seamlessly. So it wasn't a complete waste either. I enjoyed it, personally. If you want to read my written review, just check the link in my description. The Debt was an all-around good movie. Not great. I thought they fumbled with the love triangle, but it's worth seeing if you want to see a good thriller. I didn't write a written review of that, but I did write a written review of Shark Night. I hope I haven't been calling it Shark Attack this whole movie, because I always, for some reason, confuse the titles. But I am talking about Shark Night. So that is it. I'm sorry this review's been so late. I'll see you guys later.